Hi folks, and welcome to another edition of My Veg Garden. I think it's been about 2 weeks since the last video, so it's been a while. Today is Monday the 22nd of June, the day after the summer solstice in the UK, so the longest daylight hours was yesterday, so at that point we were starting going down the hill again. So been one or two jobs, had to fix one or two problems, so follow me and I'll let you see what I've been up to, folks. So we're inside the greenhouse at the moment, folks. As you probably see, there's not much that left on the staging inside here. You might hear a bee in the background, keep on getting bees coming into the greenhouse and struggling to get out. So I'll just show you what's happening. Ignore that tray there, that was just spare cabbages and purple sprouting broccoli. So I don't need them anymore, so I've just sort of just let them go die. Now actually you can see if you can see the bee. You see it there? Stuck inside. Don't know what's got attached to. So we'll just leave that at home. Right, so what's happening? This was a shop bought rosemary plant. The purpose was they didn't have any bags of rosemary because didn't have any grown. So I bought this, so I thought I'd see whether it will grow or not. I don't know whether it will. No, might not, so we'll just leave it. That's my pots of basil. As you can see, I love taking it down and just smelling. Just the smell of basil is absolutely lovely. I'll probably get, once that's grown a bit taller, I'll get some more started as well, so that I've got plenty to keep me going. Sorry, move me around there. So down here, I've still got a few cucumber plants growing. Maybe you remember from previous videos my failures. A bit of grass in that plant there. Take that out a bit. Sorry, yeah. So that's spare one. So we'll see whether people at work or whether my wife's work, whether anyone's interested in, because I do have them. Yeah, you might be asking what the other one there. That's my lonesome Brussels sprout plant. Now it's about 2 months old. It's absolutely pitiful, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to keep it going, see how far it gets. Alright, so that's that. Let me just show you what's happened. Since I'm talking about cucumbers, these are the two cucumbers. I've now planted them on, so these are really starting to. I'm pleased with that. I've been really careful with my watering this time, after everyone telling me about they don't like water on the stems, they don't like too wet. I'm really pleased. These seem to have really established now, so I'm really pleased with that. Also, I got told that if you water them irregular, that's when you get the bitter taste. These are a female only variety, so we're going to find out. What I would say is, I gave of the previous lot plants, I gave one to my work colleague Kevin. And he apparently the other week there had some, and he said they were absolutely lovely. So if we follow that it's good, already they're tasting nice for this variety, so hopefully everything will go well. So tomatoes are really flying on at the moment. Let's see, where's the first truss? Oh, let's go down. Oh, there's the first truss there. See, so that's what we're getting. Nice long vines, trusses down here. Oh, sorry folks. And all over, and even on this one, look at that one there. I'm really pleased with that. And what you'll notice is I've cut the leaves off, because it seems to vary what different people say to you. I've read in several places, and they say as soon as your first truss is really set like that, it's cut all the leaves up to that, so it puts the energy into feeding the fruit at that point. So that's what I've done with them all. So we'll see how it goes. Now I've spoken before, I think, about how wiggly my tomato plants have been getting, and I've been trying to. What I'm trying to do now is as they're quite small, I'm trying to train them closer to the cane, to try, because they always want to sort of bend over like that. Sorry, move my hand that way. So that's what we've been doing. What I had was, I hadn't trained this one very well. Oh, sorry, which one is it? Sorry, this one. hadn't drained this one very well, and I put my piece of twine there, tried to bend it, and it went pa-toink, snapped straight off there. So we've got an extra one still coming out there, so I'm just going to save that one there, and then we'll bring it back up again in a bit. So that's that, some really good trusses. What we've got in that, like that one there, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fully flowering trusses at the moment. Look at that one, that's split 3 ways. Now, and this is to Ian Nocton. Did we not have this last year, Ian? Where we had in our trusses, it split into 3. If I'm not mistaken, if I just put that up there without trying to bake it, is that not split into 3, Ian? I think we might have a 3 truss, if that makes any sense. So that's got some more. So we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about to hit our 6th truss on that. So what I generally do is once it gets up to here, in this area here, I will then pinch it out, because to me that's far enough, because I don't want it going absolutely everywhere. And I can always snip out my side shoots, as you'll probably see from there, because I don't like them. What I did find was when I was doing them out inside the greenhouse, out the soil, so from even further down, there was more side shoots. And what I did was I just snapped 2 of them off. They're here, they're don't feel very great at the moment, but so I've planted these on, just give me some extra. I think because the roots haven't established themselves really yet, but that was planted yesterday, and they haven't totally flopped over, so I reckon there must be still something there that's allowing it just to grab. So that's that. What next? The sweet pepper. So here we're going. Sweet pepper's really going for, you see, all really pleased with the amount of fruit that appears. So see this how going. It's funny, so it sort of steps its way down, doesn't it, from one to the other. So we go doink, doink, doink. Sorry, probably make you all sick doing that. Sorry, shouldn't do that. I'm naughty Alistair. So there's 3 there, and they all seem to be. If I go in a little bit, see, we're all sweet fruit. So we'll try and go outside. I'll try not to be outside too long, because it's really windy, so it might be really difficult. Right. So we'll start straight outside the door. What I've done is I've popped my cabbage and purple sprouting broccoli inside. Yeah, what's been happening was, and you'll see in a bit, is that even though I love to have my birds, because I've got my bird feeder there, love to have the birds about, they decided that there wasn't any food left, so what they would do is they'd start eating me plants. And I can't remember who said from the last video, and I can't remember, I'm really sorry. It said about the pigeons eyeing up my brassicas. Well, they didn't quite. They did a little bit, but it was most of my other crops that I'll show you in a bit that they took an interest in. So what I've done is I've just fleeced it, not fleeced it, put protection netting over it. So I've put them in the positions they'll go. My 4 purple sprouting broccoli and my 4 cabbage. So I've left them there outside, because I think they're better outside now. Get them accustomed and see how they go. Right. On my blueberry plants, I think I've said this last time, this one here is the oldest one. As you can see, there's only a few that have actually, looks as if they have pollinated. There's a few, most of them are these where there's nothing there at all, and I've had that about 2 years or so. This is the other one I bought, the cheap one, I think it was. This other one, and we've got some lovely fruit on it all over. See, yeah. So I don't know what we'll do. Don't want to see if I can take a cutting from it. That's what. Sorry, I lost my words there. Cutting from that one to see how we get on. So that's that. Let's go around this way. That was the carrots from way. You probably remember them in previous videos. In my bucket or tub, they're continuing. The onions, brown onions, are continuing well. Pleased with that, because when you look down here, oh, what's that that's on that leaf? Some strange things on that leaf. Get rid of that. So you can see the onions starting to bulb up a bit. Shallots. These are the banana shallots, the one that Dan raised about there. They're going nicely. They've come, they're doing well. Red onions, sadly the red onions seem to have bolted. We've got the seed heads. And that's interesting because I watched a video last night from Dan, and his normal onions have done the same thing, whereas mine haven't. From when I look at them, I can't see anything that's done that, but this one, I say this, the red ones have done this to it. But there's still some decent size ones. Sorry, just trying to squeeze through. Look, some decent size. So we'll leave them and see what happens. Right, so you saw the other side. This is the other side. This was new. And if you look in there, you'll see I planted some more at the back. I think there's 2, 4, 9. That 9, yeah, there's 9 there. New ones. But you can see they got well picked over there. So I've had to put this netting back over these ones to try and protect them. In this bit is still the salad onions or spring onions, and the leeks, and they seem to be doing okay. And just leave them in there and see how well they get on. Let's come round here. Hello, Brookie. Hello, you're on camera now, Brooke. Say hello to everyone. Brooke. Yes, I'm here. He's a little bit senile, is our Brooke, because he just sort of yowls his head off. Brooke. Yes, say hello. Yes. Yeah, beautiful cat. Yes. Right. So this is my courgette. One of several courgettes. So that's that one. That seems to be doing okay. There's lots of flowers appearing on it. Yes, we can all hear you. Yes. We've got all these courgette flowers there. They all seem to be male ones at the moment. So hopefully we'll get some female flowers appearing as well soon. This is one of the replacement ones. It seems to be doing okay. We'll stake it soon. Right, this is my rocket. What are they? They must be about 4.5 foot tall now. Given that includes the height of the pots, naturally, buckets. But it's 4.5 foot there. So that's that. You remember in this bed was my beetroot, and I put my Monks 2 in it. What I've done is I've put the netting on it to try and then stop the birds going in, because they started, when you look, they started nibbling the leaves of the beetroot. So I put that on just to try and protect them. So I need to think about next year how to make sure I protect things like that. Same over this side, because this was my peas, and they were just absolutely, a lot of them were snapped over on it, because I think the birds had actually climbed on them as well to try and get pecking at stuff. I don't know if you can quite see some of these. No, I gave it a really good peck, so that's just one of those things. Now protected it. This is the garlic, still going well. You know, watched another video yesterday, said about the purple. I've not got purple tips on mine, but they look a bit more healthy than they were, because they did go quite yellow, but they seem to have perked up again. But it has rained quite well over the last few days, so that's fine. Now this is my attempt at growing long carrots. Now they've really perked up in the last 2 weeks, you can see. That was not so good. Vermiculite doesn't work when you look at the size of that. It's absolutely tiny compared to the rest of them, but yeah. So yeah, they're looking well. So that's that. This is my bed of swede. Yeah, really pleased with that. Really coming on. You know, when you look at some of them, and just you can see the sort of coloration there. I don't know. I guess it'll be close to autumn when they'll be ready to eat. That's my bed of my carrots. So this, to me, this is a really important experiment. My carrots in here, and this one is my parsnips, because as you can see, the sun is actually dripping enough above my head, but we're overshadowed by the trees. So this is to see how well, because I was told grow leafy plants like parsnips, carrots, swede, that sort of thing. They're better when it's a sort of more dull condition. So you can see that's what we've got. So the carrots in that bed and the parsnips in there, so just left them, see how well things go. I said I'd bought I'd put in a new courgette, sorry, losing my thing. I planted the other two in here because it was a pack of 3. I think it was only about 190, something like that, from B&Q. So if you can see, they were giving a little nibble on the leaves. So, and what I did was, when I planted out the lettuce, there was 2 spare lettuce plants, so I planted them in the end of that just to see. So let's come here. This is my outdoor tomatoes. You can tell the difference in the variety. I'm sure they are Sun Gold, still the same Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. So they're quite tall. They're not nowhere near as tall as the ones inside, naturally, but they're not too bad at all. Must be about 4 foot, something like that. I think the Alicante, these seem to be really struggling. Look at it. Massive leaf, but not very tall. I don't know where the... let's see if we can find the first truss on it. Oh, that's here. So you see here, only just getting them. So quite, you know, this one here is only just producing the first truss up here. So quite a way behind that. So that's fine. Tomatoes, not tomatoes, strawberries. See, everything's still going well. I need to work out what to do. I've already got the runners starting, as you can see. You got the first runners off it already. That is ideal because I've got spaces to fill. Anyway, so, and this is the strawberries. Let me just show you some. Oh, sorry about that. Some really decent sized strawberries off that. Really pleased with that. In fairness to these ones, these are the older type ones. These ones are. And some of the other ones are newer varieties I'd bought. So as I say, more runners. See? So that's good. I've already taken some off, so I'll show you. I just took a quick video. See them turning here as well. There's not that many on the back here now, as you probably can see. Not much there now. No, nice clusters of strawberries in some of them. So that's near about it. I think there's nothing happening inside the shed at the moment. So let me just head back inside because I know it's windy. So we're out this thing of the wind. Alright, folks. Okay, my video's been a bit longer than normal. That might be partly because I've not done one for the last 2 weeks, so lots to tell you. All the little things I've been up to. So I don't think there's really anything else. Thanks everyone again for commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll do a video in the next week or so. In my mind, I know that I've got 8 weeks to my village show. So 8 weeks? How many weeks? 4 weeks to my holiday. No, 7 weeks, sorry. Not 8 weeks, 7 weeks now. 7 weeks to the village show. We'll see how the carrots do in the barrow. And all the other stuff. We'll see what we get. You know, it's a really difficult one because I'll be back from holiday and a few days later is the show. I've also got a family event the same day as the show. So it'll be a difficult one that day. So right, I've prattled on enough, folks. Okay, right. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Please continue to comment, subscribe, like, share it with other people as well. Really do appreciate you watching. Till my next video, hopefully the next week or so. Have a wonderful week, folks, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye just now. So this is a little plot of strawberries that I picked up from there. Some of them are close to going, other ones are just perfect, folks. So hopefully have them in a little while. Maybe with some cream or something else.